Well, let's buzz right into this review.
Welcome to Autobot Arcade.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Autobot Arcade here, bringing you another Transformers review. This time it's the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee. But before we do, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Autobot Arcade and Autobot Arcade Reviews. But without further ado, let's get into this review. For the packaging, we have that open window packaging design with the Volkswagen just below. We have the Studio Series logo on the bottom and the Transformers logo down the side. On the first side of the box we have a nice digital render of Bumblebee posing. And on the back we have a picture of him in both vehicle mode and robot mode and displaying his weapons. And on the final side of the box we have a nice close-up shot of his face, the Studio Series logo and his number. And here he is out of the packaging. But before we take a closer look at him, who is Bumblebee movie Bumblebee?
Bumblebee, or B-127 as he's referred to by the other Autobots, is a young scout who starts his journey on Cybertron, fighting a losing battle alongside the other Autobots. During the final battle on Cybertron, he is given a mission by Optimus Prime himself to travel to Earth and establish a base of operation. When he arrives, he is attacked by Blitzwing, who takes his voice box, and then is attacked by Sector 7 as well. Damaged, alone and with his memories missing, he takes the Volkswagen form and goes into hiding until a young human called Charlie finds him and fixes him up so he can continue his mission. This figure is an update to the previously released Studio Series figure number 18 that came out with the movie and had some major problems that this figure is hoping to fix.
But now, let's take a closer look at him. And at first glance, he is really nice, and compared to the original, very clean. He does still have a fairly large backpack, but the rest of him cleans up well, and looks more accurate than the first version. The wings on the back can be moved around and positioned to how you want them. I like to fold them down to get them out of the way and make him look even cleaner for when you turn him around and are looking at him from the front. And turning him back around, as you can see, he's very yellow, as Bumblebee should be, but he does also have a lot of grey on him too, making everything on this guy stand out. His boots look really nice and even have some treads on the bottom that to me look like the soles of your shoes. Looking in the sides of the legs and arms, there is a few small gaps, but he's mostly filled in. And just looking at these legs, there is something very organic about the curves and the shapes on them that really stands out to me. Getting in for a closer look at the abdomen, he has a lot of sculpted detail in there that look like car engine parts, and I really like that. And I like the fact that it's not symmetrical either, which to me makes it look even better and more realistic. And moving up to the chest, I love how they were able to replicate the angles he had in the movie from the actual front parts of the car. He has the actual headlights and bumper as well from the front, which just looks so much better than using faux parts. And then finally, looking at the head, first off, I think that it is bigger than the original, so it's scaled better, but I think it also looks more accurate and has better detailing and paint too. He has his ear wing things on the top, as well as a small Autobot logo slap bang in the centre of his forehead. And the faceplate is covered in silver paint. Even the grills on the sides of the head have it. And his eyes are a really cool electric blue that stand out. And I think this is really nice, as in the movie, to me the eyes were a really big part of him that helped to show his emotions and what he's feeling, as obviously in the movie he couldn't speak after getting his voice box removed. Inside the box we get the instruction manual, as always. And as for accessories, we get these two, his Stinger Blaster and his blade weapon. First up we have the Stinger Blaster, and this thing is really nice. It's cast out of this grey plastic, but it does have some nice bright yellow paint on it. It has a peg up the top and it's sculpted all the way front to back. It's got those nice cylinders at the front where the blaster's going to come out, and it looks like it's even got little air holes. Second up, we have his knife. And this seems to be cast out of a yellow plastic, but then with some silver paint added to the blade itself. And this thing looks really nice. Looks sharp and menacing. It's got serrated edges, which is going to do some real damage to anyone he comes up against. And he's got this hole in the middle of it, which is for attaching it to the blaster when you're storing them in vehicle mode. Bring in the figure, and you can attach the accessories to him just like so. The blaster does have to go on a specific arm. It will not fit on either arm because it's got one side slightly open and one side closed off to make it look like it's formed out of his arm. But the blade can go on either arm. When you have the blaster attached, it does have to go on this arm, and to me it does look a bit odd. I would have thought the more pointy out bit of the blade would be at the top, but it's at the bottom. But when you get them all on, he looks very cool and accurate to the movie. For articulation, the head looks left and right. If you try and put it any further than this, the head does just pop off, but it can look up and down. The shoulders come out this far, back this far, and forwards this far. The doors can move about as well. There is a ball joint at the elbow, allowing it to swivel around and bend. There is no waist articulation, but the legs can come out this far, back this far, and forwards this far. There's a swivel at the upper leg, a single jointed knee, and there is a little bit of movement at the ankles as well. For some robot mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee, the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime, the Gamer Edition Ratchet, the G1 Commander Class Optimus Prime, the New Age Optimus Prime, the Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America, and the Star Wars Black Series Shaq-T. But without further ado, let's get down to transformation. And here he is in vehicle mode, and as you can see, he is that Volkswagen Beetle that he did use for the majority of the movie, and he looks awesome. A very definitive and bright look for the character. He does have a few problems, however, the first being that there is some inconsistencies with the yellow. Some of it is cast in yellow, other bits are painted, and so you can definitely see the difference where one bit is painted and the other bit is not. And the other problem is that it doesn't really want to stay tabbed together. It might just be me, but whatever I seem to do, he doesn't always line up properly, and when I do manage to get him lined up, he doesn't always stay together most of the time. Apart from the rear side windows, they are all clear, so you can see right in and see some of the parts inside of him and the hinges, which I like clear plastic for the windows, but I think darker tinted windows look better. Also, it looks odd against the grey painted windows on the back. He does have a nice bumper at the front with some silver paint on the headlights and orange for the indicators. The wheels have some nice silver paint on the rims of them, and they are pinned on, so he has no problem in keeping up with the other Autobots. On the back there is another bumper and some red for the reverse lights, and on the underside the head is in the right spot as to where it is in the movie when Charlie goes under to do some work on the car, which is a very nice touch. Bringing in the weapons, they can be combined in order to attach them to the rear, just like so. It's not the best storage ever, but at least it does give you somewhere to keep it in this mode. For some vehicle mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, although he does also appear like this at the end of the Bumblebee movie. The Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, who again appears like this at the end of the Bumblebee movie. The Gamer Edition, Ratchet. The G1 Commander Class, Optimus Prime. The New Age, Optimus Prime. The Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America. And finally, the Star Wars Black Series Shaq-T. And that's a wrap on our review of the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee. A very nice looking update to an already existing figure. Overall, definitely an upgrade to that original figure that was also in the Studio Series. It does still have some weaknesses. For me, the transformation is still not the greatest or that fun, but having him does potentially open the door to some other Studio Series figures that might need a bit of an update as well, which is cool. And with that said, let's all buzz out of here. But before we do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, click the subscribe button if you want to see more Transformers reviews, and if you enjoyed the video, why not leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of his new design. And until next time, transform and roll out.